Learning to the Nishmas at Ahuva by Sakim Maseches Kelim Perikid Aleph Mishnah Aleph. So until now we spoke about Hilchas Klicheres from the second perik to the 10th perik, and now we begin Hilchas Kli Matchis Metal Kelim Kli Matchis Pshuteim Mekableim Tameim. Over here, even if it's Pshutei Kli Matchis, it's Mekabel Tuma. The Rash says just stam because there's no Mekar otherwise. I know in Perik Beis Mishnah Aleph, the ones that needed a base kibul were because it was ishkish l'sak, but over here it's lo ishkish l'sak. So Mela, it's pashim misvara that even pshutein is tmein. The Rambam says that it's learned out from a pasuk. Kol davar asher yavi beish. Kol davar is lemad mamare. Kol davar bein pshutein bein mikableim. See, the Rambam holds that pashim misvara. You would think dafka kli is mikabel tuma, and we're marbe from the bezigzeres hakasiv. Even pshuteim is also mikabel tuma. Nishbaru tar, if it broke, so then it's tar either because you made a ma'isa shvir or it's now not a shame kli, so now it's tar. Chazav asa mihem kelim chazal l'tuma yishana. If he goes ahead and he makes kelim into it's chazal l'tuma yishana. The Gemara in Shabbos on Daf Tazayin Amebeiz says that Shimon ben Shetach was geyser this gezerah in the days of Sheltzi and Hamalka. There was a story over there that she made a party for her son, and all her kelim became tamei. So she would have had to wait with tumas meis. So she would have had to wait. Du hazav gimel v'zayin. She would have to wait 7 days. So therefore, what she do? Shavrasa, and she went ahead and she broke her kelim and nasnasan l'tzeirif and v'ritzchen and v'asmi and ken chadash, and they right away made new kelim immediately. So Chamim said, no, if being geyser tuma on these kelim also. Because the Gemara says 3 reasons. Either mishum geder mechatas, which Rashi over there explains that nimsu mechatas betelim, because no one's going to wait any more 7 days. They're just going to break their kelim and it's going to forget the teras tuma. The other 2 reasons over there is Abaye says gzeira shem lo yikivenu b'kdei tarasa. We're afraid that someone's not going to do a real good breaking. Or Rava says gzeira, people are going to say that the same way you could break it and becomes tar, maybe also you could be tovel and right away it's going to be tar, and they're not going to wait for herav shemesh. Reb Shimon Gamliel says loy l'chol tuma el tumas nefesh. The only gzeira was made by tumas nefesh. So the Gemara over there says that, like the reason of geder mechatas, so it's gishmach chanicha l'man do'amar loy l'chol tumas amar el tumas hameis bilvad amar. So it makes sense. The gzeira was because Belshazzar Malka didn't want to wait 7 days, so we are afraid that no one's going to wait any more 7 days, and it's going to be batal the mechatas. So that's dafka by Tumas Meis, which needs hadaz gimel b'zayin. But according to the other man Amar, that's when the Gemara comes on to the other 2 terutzim. It's interesting. Rashi over there says L'man Amar. Rashi says Lo Yadana Heicha. I don't know where it is. Taisus over there, this is Gemara in Shabbos, that's Zayin Amabez. Taisus says, Reb Shimon Gamliel Sfirlei Hachi, which is a chayr, the Reb Shimon Gamliel of our Mishnah. Mishnah Beis, Kol Kli Matches Yesh Lo Shem B'fnei Atzmai Tamei. Any Kli Matches that has a shame, its own name, it's Tamei. But as opposed to Kli Matches that wouldn't have its own name B'fnei Atzmai, that wouldn't become Tamei. Pashas, the Mishnah is talking about all Kli Matches. The Rambam says that this is dafka going by pshutei kli matchis that has a bes keli that's a kli. So then even if it doesn't have a shem b'fnei atzma, it will be metame. Our Mishnah's, the beginning of the Mishnah is dafka going by pshutei kli matchis. Over there you need to have a shem b'fnei atzma. The Mishnah ends off that there are exceptions where kli matchis is not going to become tame, and that's where it's attached to the ground. So the Mishnah says 7 cases like this. Either minadelis, a door, and a nagar is the peg that the door goes into the ground, and a manal is a lock. Hapoisa shetachas atzir is like a socket underneath the hinge on the bottom of the door. Vatzir is the hinge itself. Akir is a beam. Vatziner is a pipe. So these 7 things is nasul lekarka. So therefore they're not going to be mikabel tuma. They're not going to be mikabel tuma. It's klimatches. There is a Mishnah Yomi says that he's mechadish that this halacha of the Sefer, the Mishnah as well, is also, just like the Rambam said, the ratio of the Mishnah is dafka by pshutei kli matchis. The Sefer of the Mishnah is also dafka by pshutei kli matchis. But if a keli had a base kibul, then he holds even if it was nasa lekarka, it would be mekabel tuma. The question is, one of the cases is hapoita shetachas hatzir, the saket, does have a base kibul. So Rabbi Malin says that it's also the mal, so the other terutzim.